All right, what's up? It's cold as shit out here. And hopefully this is the last I'll have to deal with before we get some actual spring. But anyway, something that's been on my mind lately because I've been working on new ventures. It's uncharted territory for me. And so it's going to require a level of focus that, admittedly speaking, I'm not accustomed to. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing that if you don't show up for your job you get fired or written up, or eventually you get fired for not showing up at your job or whatever. When you're on your own, that's not the case. I mean, obviously the consequences are you might turn out to be a failure, you might end up having to fill out job applications. It is what it is. All right, but I need the focus. And like I said before, semen retention obviously does help me stay focused along with other things. And something that I've been very consistent with lately is working out, exercising. All right, I I can tell you the last time I took a day off, man. I feel somewhat addicted to it, but even when I don't really feel like doing it, if I do a little of something, like a push up here or something, that's enough to spark me back up. All right, and so momentum is actually a very terrible thing to waste. There are only a few times where you probably actually should stop when you're ahead, and that's when you got a woman's attention. You probably done love bombed her. You done really put the game on her heavy. You don't want to keep up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to ease up a little bit because it's like, damn, okay, you won her over. Now, how about you show her? And even still, you gotta be relaxed about it. Don't play it like a desperate man. Don't play it like it's all or nothing. Like be easy. All right. When it comes to things like working out, so long as your body calls for it, if your body's not calling for rest, hey bro, just keep hitting it. And I hate that it took me so long to finally realize this, but it's actually a very great idea to do your working out when you wake up. I've always heard about it. I've known it. I've done it a couple times. I talked about it, but when it comes to riding out momentum, goddamn, starting your day off by conquering, I guess gravity. You know what I'm saying? Just pushing against resistance. That makes you stronger, and it carries over mentally. All right. Yes, there's a as above, so below effect there. As within, so without. You know, and of course with the endorphins rushing through your body and stuff like that, it makes sense how after a great workout you feel motivated to do other things, and so you want to keep that going. So along with keeping our semen retention streak going, we're kind of allowing ourselves to get into a rhythm. You know what I mean? Which is very important when you're trying to be successful, when you got to work these long days, when you don't have anyone to keep you accountable but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like there'll be no pink slip per se. And for some people like myself, I cannot work for anybody else. I just can't. Now, the right situation, maybe I can, but I just don't really like being told what to do. It's just never been a thing that I've loved to do. And I mean, for a lot of people don't like being told what to do, but they may not actually be in a position where they can call their own shots. I guess I'm a bit fortunate. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just leave it at that. I'm not any better than anybody. I'm not even winning the way that I want to right now. I'm just saying. So, which is why I've had to make these sacrifices. So it's one thing to say, uh, "Oh nah, man, fuck that lifestyle," but then I just be a complete bum and don't do nothing and just play game all day, watch TV all day, live off of somebody else, whatever it is. It's another to say, fuck that lifestyle, and then you go and then you make sacrifices, and to bring about the type of lifestyle that you would like, which is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not watching TV during the day. I'm not ejaculating. I'm not chasing women. I'm being frugal with my money. Necessities, necessities, necessities. I'm taking a path that has no guarantees, building up businesses. Who knows how it's going to turn out? All right, it could work for 99 people. I be the 100th person. It might not work out for me. That's the risk I'm willing to take. And every time I'm in doubt, I always hear Coldplay in my mind and say, well, "If you never try, you'll never know." Basically, I think that's how. If you don't try, you never know. But it's along those lines. Like I always hear that in my mind, and straight up, I'll never know what's to come of any of this if I don't try. You have to try. You know, that's the beautiful thing about life. It's like cause and effect, the law of probability. Just keep doing. And when you up, sure, take it in, embrace it, but then get right back to it, man. This is what you said you wanted to do, so show yourself. Otherwise, go do something else. You dig what I'm saying? This is good. It's good when you work out frequently, and then you look yourself in the mirror and you like, yeah, boy, there you go, there you go. That's the easy part, really. The tough part is when you look yourself in the mirror and you don't see much of a change. Maybe you don't see change at all. Then how do you keep it going? Well, take pride in that you just keep showing up. All right, every time you show up, every time you do a sit up, every time you go for a walk, every time you run, every time you put yourself in a caloric deficit, it's a step in the right direction. All right. If I start walking, if I go on a 3 mile walk, if I take a few steps, I'm not close. I'm not. I'm not close to my destination, but I am closer. I'm on the right path. You know what I'm saying? You just have to keep going until, until. All right. And if you start to get burnt out, then that's when you take a break. That's when you rest. You recoup. You take showers. You go for a walk. You meditate. You journal. So you can always put things into perspective. I'm big on always, putting things in perspective so you can mark your progress. Put some positive affirmations out there. Um, and kind of map out where to go from here. All right, it's a positive. Those are some positive habits to partake in on your journey to success. All right, so it's very important. And uh, I'm really upbeat on a day like today, where I'm trying to work on uh, building up a business, and but I have to watch my daughter. And I want to do that to the best of my ability. I don't want to block my daughter out. And I just love embracing it. I love that challenge that I was experiencing of trying to get one thing done while I have these other obligations. And I liked how I was not crumbling. And I mean, time, it goes by so fast. And now my daughter's with my mom, and I miss her. But when she's away, I'll make the necessary sacrifices that need to be made so I can give her the best life I could possibly give her. You know, that's the trade off. Any bit of time I don't have with her, you know, obviously I got to make time for me to relax and all that stuff. But I got to build. A man's got to build something. Straight up. You got to build something. No matter what you do, if you work for somebody, if you work for yourself, you have to build. All right? The landscape has changed drastically. The concept is still the same. You got to build. Maybe you aren't necessarily building a house with your hands anymore. Maybe you aren't hunting the food, but there are uh, equal circumstances, equal acts in modern day. All right. Bring in the money, bring home the bacon, as they say. That's the expression. You know what I mean? And this is why you want to be working like a well oiled machine. You don't have to be a machine. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you want to be working as best as you possibly can. And that's going to require sacrifices. All right. I'm almost at the 2 month mark of being sober. You think I want to end that? No, because I've had great benefits from that. I'm experiencing things that I haven't experienced in a long time, and for other things that I've never experienced at all. I weigh, um, I'm in a weight group that's higher than I've ever been before prior to 2020. That was something that when I was in the psych ward, I decided that I was going to do, you know, as a part of turning my life around. All right. And so when you start to see the downside of missing out on working on yourself, your mental health, your physical health, your body, your work, your hobbies, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, all those things. When you see the downside of not working on those things, it kind of turns you off when you have this opportunity in front of you and you say, yeah, maybe I should go, yeah, rub one out, which isn't the worst thing, but maybe I should eat myself into a coma. Maybe I should binge watch this TV, this television show while, even though it's 8 in the morning and my willpower could be better used for something else. Those things get you further away from where you could be. The sacrifices that we make, whereas obviously we got to put some pleasures in the back burner, it makes the future so much more promising that would allow us to do those things. Now, if we choose to do those things in the future, who knows? We're so caught up in our habits that we don't even really want to watch TV like that or whatever it is. I remember when I first started writing my first book, The Roots of Metanoia, and wow, I was probably like 22 years old when I first started working on it. And I remember I took the TV out of my room. I took the TV out of my room, and I don't think I watched TV until I was finished, like completely. I looking back at myself, that can't be true, but I definitely had the TV out of my room till I was finished. So I don't know, which took longer than it should have taken, but it was my first book, so whatever. Um, and those are the sacrifices that we have to make, you know. And fuck motivation. It's about dedication. Are these truly the things you say you want to? Are these truly the things you want to do? You say you want to do it. That's easy. Yeah, I'd like to fucking fly. All right. It's a lot of things we would like to do. A lot of things that we would love to do. But what are we willing to do to get to that point? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to cut out? Certain things I put on the back burner. I mentioned some, you know, and in other videos I mentioned like, okay, I'm not even going to pursue women right now. It's a distraction. Women in my vicinity, for sure. Women who approach me, for sure. Let's do it. But other than that, I'm just trying to build. Build it and they will come. Who will come? Whomever may come. I don't know. I don't really care right now because it's a prime opportunity to really build myself up. It's a prime opportunity for you, wherever you are in your life, to really take things to the next level. And if that's you, I would encourage you to get on your shit, be on your streak, ride out the momentum, and don't let up. Don't let up. And always mark your progress. All right, so with that being said, take care. Best wishes, man. For real. Don't let up, man. Momentum is a hell of a thing to waste. It's a terrible thing to waste. Don't do it.